On today's cheat sheet, we're talking picking schools, starting dance, and how often should you be training? Hey everybody, my name is Preston Miller, and this is the Dance Parent Cheat Sheet. How are you doing? I've heard so many parents talk about how this is not what they signed up for. Coronavirus, being at home while the kids do homeschool, and being a teacher / employee / parent / all of the above, gym instructor. It's just not what you signed up for. I'm sending you strength during this. But in general, just a reminder, I've seen like Zooms, Instagram Lives. I've seen all types of support for dancers, even a little bit of support for dance teachers, but there's no information out there for dance parents. And so this has been extremely exciting to be a part of this and to be able to engage with dance parents while y'all are sitting at home trying to figure out how you got in this situation. So this is for you. And with that, let's jump into the show.
Megan Franklin asks, how do I know that I'm picking the best dance school for my daughter?
Megan, you don't. You don't. That's the catch. You don't know. You won't know until after it's over. But there are some things that you can do in order to set yourself up to have a better experience than not. So, for instance, when you go in and you meet the teachers, you meet the teachers, and you meet the studio owner, it's important to get a grip for them as humans, not as dancers, right? Like before we even look at their resume, let's look at who they are. What type of energy do they give you? This is where your daughter's going to be spending essentially 4 to 5 hours of every day. So second to school, this will be where she spends the majority of her time. And these are the people that she will be influenced by as a result. If the teachers are great, then their entire student body will feel great. If they're assholes, then the entire student body will have little sprinkles of asshole inside of it. So, go get a feel for who the people are and then find out what their professional experience is. But I think most importantly in this thing is you need to have a conversation with your daughter. What does she want to do? What type of dance does she want to do? Where does she see herself going? I don't know how old she is. So the importance and the, the time, the amount of time that you have left is it would change based on how old she is. So in the meantime, I would say have a conversation with her, see what her interests are. Does she know? Does she not know? Even if she doesn't know, that's an answer for you as a parent that you need to put her around people who will be able to expose her to a lot of different things. So have a conversation, chat with her and see. But either way, if you surround her with good people and then you surround her with great artists, you can't go wrong.
Jessica Layler asks, how early should parents start their kid dancing?
Jessica, that's a loaded question. It depends. What are you doing it for? I think that's the biggest thing. As a parent, if you're starting your kid at 6 years old, are you doing that so that they can be the best? Because your kid at 6 has no desire to be the best. That's all about you. But a kid at 6 years old, they might enjoy going to the toddler dance class every once a week or twice a week. And is that too early? No, it's just an activity for a kid. Maybe they'll dance, maybe they won't. But if you're putting a lot of pressure on them to be a dancer, that's something that, I wouldn't start asking a kid to make those decisions unless it was something that we had already heavily invested in and it just seemed like a track that they were already on. And even then, it changes every year. I have kids that want to be professional dancers at 13. They beg. And then high school hits. And at 14, 15, 16, everything changes. So there is no right answer for this. I think the fact that you're asking this question makes me want to put it in a context for you that, why is your daughter starting dance class so early? If it's just an activity, she can start at 1. If it's just an activity. But if it's something for her to be extremely great at and to put a lot of pressure on her, then I would wait until she gets older or until she comes to you and expresses to you that this is what she wants to do.
Sandra Garza asks, how many dance lessons should my daughter be taking every week?
Yeah, that's an extremely relevant question for everybody. It depends. Again, it depends on what your daughter wants to do. I think the theme of this whole thing is have a conversation with your kid. If she wants to be a ballet dancer, no matter what type of dancer she wants to be, if she's in high school or middle school, she needs to be taking ballet class every day. Now, I have seen some dancers who make it to a high level say that they had ballet class 3 to 4 times a week at their studio, but that's rare, and that's not something that I would recommend. I would recommend taking ballet every day. Then I would say you need to have a jazz class, a modern class, or a contemporary class at least twice a week, at least. And then, all the extra stuff can fit in there. Hip hop team, funk jazz, street jazz, Broadway, character, all that stuff can fit in after. And with ballet, I think comes point. I forgot about this. With those ballet 5 days a week comes point, comes partnering. If you're lucky enough to have boys at your studio, I would invest in the ballet experience while you're young, and then sprinkle in the jazz and modern. And then when you get older, then you can start, or like older, I mean like college age, then you can start to balance everything out. Ballet might be able to come down a little bit, not really, but you can let go of the point and the partnering if it's not what you're trying to do, and then kick up the jazz, modern, contemporary. Oh man, that's the last question. Wow, shocked. We blew through those. Oh my goodness. I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better at answering your questions. So I need you to get better at sending them in. You can always send me a question at Facebook, it's TDA Coach, or at Instagram, it's TDA Coach, or at tdacoach.com. Hope you're getting the theme here. I hope these questions have been helpful for you. And if they have, or might be helpful to someone that you know, please don't hesitate to drop that in a message and send it along to them. Something sweet in their inbox. Y'all, if you keep sending me your questions, I will keep answering them.